All that matters is whatever you do with the language is a tool. It's however you use the tool. We act like language is like the project, but it's just a tool. All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to deconstruct any conversation and then reconstruct it using a simple structure here that generates infinite conversation from the original conversation. Okay, I asked ChatGPT for a short dialogue about a vacation, and this could be anything and it could be in any language. Here where it says conversation, this is what it gave me. Hey, how was vacation? It was amazing. Did you, okay, you can pause and read it through it if you want. Now, I put the verbs in bold because that's going to be part of the next step. Okay, so the verb is was, it was, did you visit, I spent time, it sounds amazing. All right, so the verb nucleus, every thought has a verb nucleus. If you took the verbs out, you would just be left with vocabulary. There's two parts of speech, verb and vocabulary. There's two parts of speech, verb and vocabulary. All right, take out the verb. Vocab rotates around a verb, like orbits around a verb nucleus. Okay, so the verb nucleus is highlighted. All right, here's what we do. We go to a verb vocab chart. This is an official thing. All right, verb vocab chart. All right, past, present, future, because we think of time, it's called a verb timeline. We had the verb be, to be, it was amazing, right? Question, was it amazing? So I could say Rome was amazing, or wherever the vacation is, Italy. Italy was amazing. Was Italy amazing? It was. It was amazing, it was great, it was awesome. You could already say other things. You could say it was incredible, okay? The beaches and the food, it says, they were incredible, they were delicious, they were awesome, whatever you want to say. Question, were the beaches nice? Okay. The next verb nucleus was I visited Rome too. The question would be, did you visit Rome too? If we were doing this in Spanish, it would be visité Roma también. Visitaste Roma también. If it were Arabic, it would be zurtu. You get the idea, all right? I spent 3 days there. Question, did you spend 3 days there? This is all past tense. And then finally it says, oh, that sounds amazing, or that sounds incredible, or that sounds awesome. You can say whatever you want to say. That's in present, so we shift over there, okay? Question could be, does that sound amazing, or doesn't that sound amazing? Oh, it sounds amazing, okay? So, what have we done so far? Took any sample of conversation whatsoever. You could write your own, or just doesn't matter. The point is processing this original conversation, splitting up, manually separating verb and vocab, because that's the first most generative thing. Is you could say so many other things around that verb starting point and vocab variable. Okay. Now we're gonna move to the next level of reconstructing the conversation, which is the 1, 2, 3 chart. Okay, so I've taken the same verb vocab combinations from the previous chart and turned it into statement, yes, no question, open-ended question. Okay, so the vacation was amazing. Oh, la vacación fue increíble. You know what I mean? Like, okay, question, was the vacation amazing? Now we're starting to practice. Like, think of your last vacation. Was it amazing? Open-ended question, how was it? So how was your vacation? Okay, now this is something that I can use. Like, what am I supposed, otherwise I'm just gonna what, memorize? You know how in classes they'd be like, oh, read the dialogue with a partner, and you're supposed to, like, that's not, if you're not expressing something true, then you're not speaking. You're just repeating, like parroting, okay? So if you think about your last vacation, how was it? All right. How was the food, or were the food and the beaches? How were the beaches? You know, were the food and beaches amazing? You say, yeah, the food and the beaches were amazing. Okay. Where else did you visit? So now we're starting to go this way. Where else did you visit on your? So you visited. Did you visit Rome as well? Oh, you were in Mexico? Did you visit Cholula? I don't. You know. Yeah, I visited Cholula también. Okay. How long did you spend? Still verb and vocab, but now the big picture, it's a bigger picture. It's statement, yes, no question, open-ended question. How does that sound? How does it sound to you after we talked about that? Doesn't it sound good? Oh, it sounds very good. The third and final step in reconstructing the thing would be pure question-answer format, Q&A chart, OPI format, oral proficiency interview where your test is to answer questions. Okay, so think of your last vacation. How was the vacation? You can answer freely. This is a journaling prompt now. You could speak it, you can write it. Both are good practice. How was the food on your last vacation? Were there beaches there? How were the beaches? Did you visit anywhere else? Where else did you visit in that place? Okay. And how long did you spend there? And how does it sound, or what, I don't, like, screw it. Sounds fun. I'll just say it. Sounds like an amazing vacation. Get it? Okay. This is infinitely replicable, right? All of conversation is like this. So forget the like the activity of it. Just think about how all conversation is questions and answers, and interjections, which I call useful expressions. So if someone goes nice and there's no verb, fine. A third category, which is just simply called useful expressions, and that's all there is. Questions, answers, useful expression. Okay. Question answer. What do you do with that? Separate verb and vocab and see what else you can do. Verb and vocab it's like little cells that just go, like they multiply into infinite possibilities. Step out. Now, statement, question, open question. Getting closer to my OPI. The only thing left here in this open space would be, what do you do now? What do you do with this? Like, who do I really want to say this to? Like, if I'm paying a teacher to have this conversation with me, great, I can get reps. Like, I can use this structure to get reps. But now, what if I did get completely good? What if I was so good at this little thing that I could easily tell you in the language that I'm learning? I can tell you all about my vacation. Okay, now what? These structures create infinite conversation. The question is, how will you use the language? It's kind of anticlimactic. Imagine there was a magic wand that said, okay, tomorrow you wake up, you speak like fluent Mandarin or something like that. So you wake up, you're like a native speaker of Mandarin. You'd think that's like amazing. That must feel amazing, right? Well, look, there's a lot of people out there that would love a magic wand that would make them fluent in English. But I don't wake up every day going, I'm a native speaker of English. What an unending pure like euphoria, ecstasy in every moment because I'm a native. No, it's anticlimactic. It's normal. All that matters is whatever you do with the language is a tool. It's however you use the tool. We act like language is like the project, but it's just a tool.